it saying about your team when you guys can miss 27 threes and 10 free throws and still win the game? What's it saying about your players?
I mean, it would be easier to win if you make more shots. Definitely, that would help. But grit of this group and togetherness of this group and how hard this group is playing is giving us a chance every single night. And we played for 3 quarters. We played to that standard, and we did not do it in the third quarter. So that's on us, and we got to get better starting the third quarter there.
You finished the game with, I think, Scottie, 6'8", the tallest guy. He played a very small lineup. What does that allow you to do to brought you back into the game?
It helps with some defensive schemes. It helps having more guys that are capable to put the ball on the floor as well and play make. And it's always like how that's going to affect rebounding, And that was a huge emphasis tonight in this game. We ended up having 18 offensive rebounds to their 12 offensive rebounds. So we managed to win that battle.
Alijah has taken advantage of this opportunity. What are you seeing from him, and is he making a case for himself when you guys do get healthy?
He played very hard. He's not shying away from a moment at all. He has that winning mentality, and obviously his college career and what he went through built that stamina that he's playing with. And he has no agenda. Does he score 2 points or 17 points? He does not care about it. All he cares about how to help the team to win. And I thought that he was really impressive tonight.
Does Elijah's presence allow you to play Shed and quickly more often? Did you have that third guard on the bench sort of in reserve there?
I'm not sure. I still gotta see Alijah more on the ball. Definitely helps with spreading the floor, but I really trust IQ and I trust Jamal and their ability to run the team, and today they shared the floor quite a bit together, and I think that's good for us when we do that. That helps both of them.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say this run that Colin has had as a starter is getting pretty impressive. Another huge game tonight, and a game like that where it was so physical, he looks very comfortable.
And he plays hard. He's not shying away from any type of contact. He's another guy that only cares about how to help the team, how to help winning. And he's not obsessed, is he going to score or not. And that's why you see him games with 17 points, and then you see him with games with 4 points. And in both of those games, he really affects the team and how he plays. His offensive rebounding is becoming a trend right now, and it's something that is really helping us.
Between Colin and Alijah, they combined for 12 stocks, steals, and blocks. Coming into the season, you guys talked about how you want to play with all that pressure and disruption. Obviously, you expect the veterans to do it, but 2 rookies to come in and combine for something in the game. What does that say about what you guys have cultivated here?
It's I think it really speaks a lot about our front office more than anything else. It's them recognizing what are our needs and how we want to play, and going out there and finding those type of guys with that cloth. And those guys are a great example of that.
Maxi and Vijay have been on the tear the last 2 weeks. I'm talking about you guys' defense and slowing down both guards. Tyrese Maxey and Vijay Ashcombe.
Slowing down? Well, we wanted to we wanted to keep him under 39 points. We did a great job. And Vijay is a very talented player, and he's really learning a lot in his rookie season. I think he's very impressive, his ability to drive the ball, his ability to get to the rim. He's feeling more comfortable shooting the ball off the dribble. He's not shying away from moment. Like, he's very impressive. But Maxi is one of the best point guards in the league, and he can really score on a high clip. So he's handful every single night. Doesn't matter who's going against him.
Coach, aside from Scottie doing everything on the court, what did you like about how he closed the game, both in the regulation and in the overtime?
Well, I can write a book about that. I don't know if you have enough time. Like, I'm a broken record over here talking about Scottie. I think what I'm feeling, I think only coaches can feel that. when you need a stop and he gets you a stop. When you need the rebound, he gets you a rebound. When you need a bucket, he gets you a bucket. And it's very well documented how he plays in the fourth quarter, what kind of force he's bringing, how he's playing there. We as organization are extremely lucky, and God blessed me to have a player like him. So it's amazing to have him on our team.
Concerned about the minutes he logged tonight? Does that affect how he plays tomorrow?
He's young, He's young.
Discussions as a team about, less than 1 second in that situation to maybe intentionally miss that second free throw, or is that just saying, hey,
that was decision that we made there at the end.
Obviously, you've taken advantage of an opportunity here. What about the way you play lends itself to a game like that?
Honestly, just trying to make an impact. Coming off the bench, knowing that these guys need some help. We're down a couple of bodies. I'm just trying to be a positive light.
But I guess what I'm saying was kind of a gritty, grimy game.
Right.
You didn't look at a place.
Right. Yeah, I love those type of games. It was dirty out there. Our bigs was in the dogfight all night, so the guards had to come down and rebound. We had to fight on there all game, and we prevailed. So.
Elijah, you told me in Boston that the plays go through your mind over and over after in circumstances where you get beat. How did you feel your defense matched up tonight against Philly?
I was definitely quicker to reacting to their attacks tonight. Shout out to my teammates, man. They trust me out there on the island. Coaches trust me, and I'm just gonna keep on improving.
What does it feel like after the last few months going up and down from the G League to get this opportunity, and what have you kind of told yourself about the importance of taking advantage of it?
It's a blessing. Definitely shout out to the 905 getting me the reps that I need to keep going and staying in shape and improving. But that's what this game is all about, opportunities and taking advantage of them, and just make sure you gotta have a mindset to where they're gonna have to drag me off this court. You know what I'm saying? So that's my mindset.
The G League has grown so much over the years, and the stigma has changed to the point where 10 years ago was deemed by a lot of players like a punishment almost. Have you, just looking around the league and seeing all the success stories of guys that have come out of the G League, is there anybody that you've kind of leaned on or gotten advice from, players that have done that and have come out of it?
I try not to compare my journey to anybody's. I just keep my faith, keep being where my feet are, and just take every day at one at a time. But I got people in my corner that's keeping my head straight.
Do you like being on an island out there? Like the responsibility of being on an island?
Yeah,
you like that?
I definitely do. I'm one of the guys that just enjoys playing defense. And if you make a tough shot, I'm gonna pat you on the back, and we gotta do it again. But I'm comfortable on the island for sure.
Not looking for help, not looking for just want to get your guy and guard your guy, right?
Definitely.
Saw you and Tyrese Maxey going back and forth throughout the game. How was that part of being on an island and going up against it?
Man, Tyrese is a tough matchup, man, on any given night. Shout out to him. He brung it tonight. But it was definitely fun, just matching up with him and getting his best. And he's receiving mine, and just going at it. That's what I like. It's competition.
You said you felt quicker tonight. Would you attribute that to watching film, just feeling more familiar? What would you attribute it?
Definitely watching film, recovering, those mental plays is playing in my head, and also just picking up on tendencies. As a defender, you gotta know when a guy's tendency going left or right and this and that, and when he's going to bump you and stuff like that. So, just picking up on those.
How influential are the assistant coaches in, letting you know what those tendencies are, catching you up to speed?
That's major. Our video guys, they get us the film. We study it. It's on us to go out there and to display it. So, shout out to everybody in the staff that's getting us ready for the games.
What was your view of the game-tying basket from Jamal at the end of regulation, and can you believe that Colin didn't shoot that?
My reaction, I was I was looking like, who is he passing it to? Then I see Jamal. He throw it up. His floater's money. So shout out to Jamal and Colin for trusting him as well. But that was an unbelievable play.
You mentioned the guards having to come down and bang around with the bigs. In the summer, you told me you had a really old school coach in high school who played you as a big. Does it feel sometimes like when you get thrown into the dunker spot and you have to like bang around for rebounds, it feels kind of like high school again a little bit?
Nah, I don't feel like high school. But I'm definitely comfortable closer to the rim. I'm comfortable in any position on the court with my experience and my development. I've just been gaining confidence throughout these years of just playing basketball and finding my groove with the Raptors.
As a fellow rookie, what do you make of what CMB's been able to do, especially lately, just stepping
Man,
in?
he had a tough challenge tonight, and he showed up. I think those are games that he loves as well. He's a big physical guy, big strong guy. But he's been tremendous for us these past, I don't know, every game, honestly.
Scottie, I know you guys have had wins already this season where you haven't shot the ball well and still figure out a way to get it done. But what is this one? I think it was like 15-16% from three. What does this say about your ability to kind of win these gritty type games?
Show some resilience. We stayed calm. We fought through no matter what happened. It was a 4-point game with, 15 seconds left. We still found out a way to get it to overtime and then win it in overtime. So I think we showed a lot of resilience. We fought, we stayed calm, composed, did what we had to do to pull this one out.
What was your view of that final possession in regulation with the pass to CMB and then Jamal hitting the win or the tying bucket?
I think it was a good job by CMB. I didn't really have no options, I feel like. And, I just tried to put it to a spot where the defender couldn't get it. I think he did a great job. Maybe he should go up, but he made the right pass, and it all worked out.
When you were a rookie, you played on a team that obviously didn't have like Precious played center. You did a good job of it, but you guys were smaller.
I played center most of the day.
Yeah. When Jakub is out now, CMB, obviously you're playing in front court too, but CMB is stepping into a role that's somewhat similar. How do you find he's managing it?
He's doing an unbelievable job. Physicality, being able to set great screens, roll, and just adjust on the move. That's hard to do. Just adjust in game and just try to keep listening to what people are trying to tell you. He's listening, he's trying to work. He's finding ways to just keep getting better and helping us out there on the floor. His defense has just been incredible. He's rebounding the ball versus these bigger guys, big teams, but he's super strong and physical, so he holds his own.
Scottie, that group you finished with fourth quarter and overtime, you had 4 or 5 really good defenders, a lot of switchability in it. Did it feel like you were able to create an advantage with that group, just as athletic as it was?
We was just trying to fight, to be honest. We didn't know who their go-to guy was and who hands the ball was going to be. Just trying to find a way to get out of his hands, deny it, everybody else, and just keep trying to make everybody else play. We showed a lot of grit right there.
Watching the game toward the last 2 minutes of the fourth and then through overtime, it really felt like almost a duel between you and Maxey. As just watching it, did it feel like that? It's just coming down to who would score the most baskets between the two of you?
Nah, I think it was like that. Of course, he was going down, getting the ball. But, we were just trying to find ways to score the ball at that point. Coach was calling plays for me, and it was working.
Darko was saying that you could write a book on how impressive you are at the end of the game when it comes to making plays on both ends of the floor. How great is it to have a coach that has that much confidence in you?
I always talk about it. He's always going to fight for me, these guys. He's winning multiple press conferences and talked about me crazy. He sees the vision before anybody else sees it. So you gotta love him for that.
A lot of people are kind of just seeing Alijah at least at this level now that he's getting this opportunity, but seeing him as much as you have in practice and over the summer, what have you learned about him over the last several months?
Oh, I already knew about Alijah when he was at FAU. Crazy story. We was doing pickup runs versus their guys, we just summer runs, you just have some random runs, but I live in the Boca area. And they had like their little squad going versus like, we had a couple pros out there. But, you know, he was trying to guard me, talking about, he was like, I'm locking that up, coming for you. Hit him with some turnaround phase, like, you know, calm down, man. But he showed that dog, he showed grit, you know. I already been seeing it. Even last summer when we was playing some bros, you know, he talks that trash, you know, he got the edge on his back. He's a dog, you know, he wants to fight, he wants to win, and when he steps out there on the floor, he's not letting nobody run over him, you know, he's taking that step and trying to go into someone's chest.
You see some of that against Maxey tonight?
For sure, you know, he was talking a lot tonight.
Scottie, at what point did it enter your thought process to miss that second free throw, and why did you think that was the best play?
Oh, after it was only .8 on the clock, I already was thinking it, but I just wanted to get a confirmation from the sideline, but I didn't really know what they were saying. Like, you know, it was kind of a mix of emotions. Some people were like, yeah, I guess. Some people were like, nah, just make it. So I'm just turned around like quick. As soon as I touched my hand, just threw it off. CMB was ready for it, smacked it down the court. Game over. I don't know what they was doing on the clock. It should have been over, but yeah, it was a good decision.
Does that factor into it at all, just the night that CMB is having on the boards, knowing that he's there and maybe can get that tap and kill the time?
CMB's amazing, man. He's amazing. Great rookie.
Philly guards can kill people with speed. How do you feel your team did tonight, shutting them down? I know VJ had a pretty weak game.
Weak game.
How do you feel about the?
Nah, he still creates a lot of pressure. His force, his aggressiveness, going to the paint, he still creates so much pressure. And we just try to do our best job trying to stay in front of him. You know, both of those guards are super fast. Tyrese Maxey, when he gets downhill, you know, you got to watch out for being on the side. You know, he's able to draw that foul, or he has that quick floater, quick layup. Just got to do your best to try to contain those guys and put them in tough situations.
Obviously, the crowd was really into it tonight, especially as we got into overtime. And at the end, they were, you know, chanting MVP as you were at the free throw line. You know, obviously you don't know any different because you've never played in another market, but how does it feel to have a fan base like this that's so unique as you're heading into, you know, these tough games?
Well, I've been 5 years, just losing about 3 of those years. They were still loud up, cheering, going crazy for us no matter what it was. Besides when we get beat by 30. But other than that, you know, they were pretty loud, excited, cheering for us no matter what. They still show up to games, show love and support. We know how special this place is. I think everyone knows that. So, you know, Toronto's super special.